Hello, trading is closed on March 22nd, 2018. Yesterday we said the pattern was negative unless we promptly took out this high, but we should have a rebound first unless we promptly took out this low, which obviously is what we did. We finally get to cross our ultimate target off the list. You can see even after a few weeks it's a great resistance and support level. Tomorrow's pattern is the one with the early high, has a tendency to rally all day long, close near the high of the day. If we are going to drop, it's usually in a straight line. During the day, MEJT said here higher prices would print. They did. The target was satisfied immediately, and then down we went in a straight line. Well, trying to catch the dagger is not my long suit, falling dagger, and I have much lower prices ahead, but if you want to try to catch the falling knife, we have the time and we have the price right here. Here's the daily chart. We have the reversal bar involving the upper Bollinger Band when it was flat. We said the target was a challenge of the lower Bollinger Band. That's here. The target isn't a stop and reverse level, but at least we have a target satisfied. Here's a TDST line. There's support for a bar under the line, so we're in a support level. You'll notice even with this big drop here, as far as the close is concerned, we look at one of the bars under the line. We didn't really close much under that. So we're at a support level. This is a wall of selling into the close. It doesn't have to gap up, but often it's a sign of panic selling by retail customers, and the only one left to buy are the professionals. Ones left to buy are the professionals. If this is a false move, the professionals are going to gap up over this high, and if that happens, and it certainly hasn't happened yet, we have all we need for an all-day rally. Let's go over the support at this price. We showed you support on the daily chart. March 23rd is one of my dates. That's tomorrow. Let's see how the 9th did. Well, here was March the 9th. That was a Friday. Monday was the 12th, and within the first hour of the 13th, that was the high. A day or two is the tolerance I give, so a day and an hour is close enough. We're now at the date to look for us to change. Now this price is the Fibonacci target of the prior consolidation. Here's your island reversal. You set it to 38.2 and the price is right over here. The dates I use don't really rely on cycles very much, but there's a very famous 55-day cycle that goes from here to here. If you go back 55 days, you wind up on the weekend, but 56 is right here. So we have support from that. Here's your 65-minute chart. Here's your DeMark sequential signal to buy, a buy signal. These haven't worked all that well, but if they work great. At least the signal's there. Let's relabel this a little bit. We had this as 1, 2, and 1, 2, but since there's no overlap, it makes more sense to label this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and this possibly being wave 5. Let's look at the Fibonacci relationships. You can often use the first wave down as a measuring stick for moves later on in the pattern. We'll set that at 38.2, 61.8, and 100%. Now let's move this over to here, if it'll let me. That length is exactly the length of wave 1. It's pretty much the length of wave 3. And 161.8 times that length is the length of wave 5. And if you take this whole wave here, it's 261.8 right on the nose. So we have great Fibonacci support. We have time support. We have a wall into the close. Trying to catch the dagger is going to look pretty silly if we keep on dropping, because that'll mean support fails, and maybe it will, I don't know. And we certainly haven't had the gap up yet. But if you look in my book at the end of the first chapter, introductory chapter, I forget which, you'll see a pattern just like this where there's a wall of selling into the close, and you'll see how we gapped up over this high. Difficult as it is to believe, it isn't impossible. So I still have much lower targets, but we've dropped to but not through support. We have the date, we have the price. The rule is either we gap under support or support wins. And if, and this hasn't happened yet, if we gap up over this high, which is 2675.94 is this high. If we gap over this high and don't reverse it immediately, the odds strongly favor an all-day rally and closing near the high. Hasn't happened yet, but if it does, that's the prediction. And that's today's call.